So every homesteader on YouTube makes it look like it's really easy to grow your own food and it just falls from the sky, ain't much to it. But what they don't talk about is many of them start with raised beds. You know how expensive they are. You got to buy the raised beds, you got to fill them, you got to buy plants, you got to buy fertilizer, you got to pay for your water, and it can get kind of pricey. And so I want to kind of talk about, is it cheaper to raise your own food or go to the grocery stores? The grocery stores winning. And what kind of got me thinking about this was I went to a greenhouse seminar a couple weeks ago, and after she got through, she took questions. The presenter did, and somebody asked, "Well, is it not just cheaper to just go to the store?" So I'm kind of giving you my thoughts on it, and just my thoughts. And I will say this: I'm gonna, you know, say that stuff you grow is a better quality, unless you're buying it direct from a farmer like us. You're gonna get good quality too, but if you grow your own or you buy from a local farmer, you're gonna get fresher. You're gonna get probably less pesticides, better fertilizer, and just a better, healthier product than you would at the grocery store. And it's gonna last a little longer. The grocery store stuff is kind of, got a very limited shelf life. Where if you buy it like we pick and sell it the same day, sometimes that's going to last for a little while longer. But let's get into the nitty gritty of it and talk about, what I think. I kind of think if you play your cards right, it is a little cheaper. And we'll break it down into vegetables, eggs, meat, and home stuff like we make our own bread and we do a lot of canning, so I'm going to give you some tips on that. So let's start with, is it cheaper to buy you produce or grow it? So I will say I don't think it's cheaper that you bought a bunch of raised beds and had to fill them and everything, that's going to be the way to go. Now you can grow some high quality fruit, produce in there, and if you want that, you can. But just saving money on raised beds, I don't know, I kind of doubt that. If you had them over the long term, like these raised beds I get now, I buy them on discount. I shop around, and I don't buy them unless they're really cheap. Like I'll buy two of those 2x4s, shipping and everything, less than $20. So that's less than $10 each that I've got in them. And I fill the bottom of them with wood chips, and then I put the good stuff on top. And I got a video coming about that because I got to get those done, and we'll show you that. So, but if you had room for a garden like this size here, uh, this is actually my potato patch, but if you had a garden, say this is 30 by 50, you can make it right here. And we actually, and got some videos where we did a little kitchen garden, like 10 by 12. Now you can eat all summer. We ate all summer out of that, but there's not enough to can or, keep freezing all that stuff. But this size garden, yeah. So you can grow beans. You can have a row of beans. You have a row of tomatoes. A row of squash, zucchini, uh, cucumbers, anything you want here. Maybe even a little sweet corn here. Maybe two rows. You don't want to grow single rows of sweet corn. You want at least two rows, but really you want three rows. But you can put three close rows of sweet corn over here and do all right with it. Now sweet corn is marginal. You might be better off going and buying it from a farmer. We sell ours $5 a dozen. Uh, so that might be an option. It just depends. You can't grow watermelons or cantaloupe. Potatoes. I don't think you can grow a lot of potatoes in here, but a lot of high value stuff. Herbs you can grow. You can have a row of herbs. Save a ton of money there. Let's say you had a row of tomatoes here and you can your own sauce, and I'll get into that later in the video about canning. But one tomato plant, if you grow it from seeds, it's going to cost you, I don't know, 5 cents maybe. If you buy one at the box stores, now you kind of get into they're $6. But if you can find a local grower where you can buy a 6-pack for $3, or your local school, they have them for $3. So that way you can do all right. But when you're paying high dollar for it, and some of them are $6 for one single plant, you might as well just go to the store, in my opinion. But if you grow your stuff from seed, and we grow all our stuff, we start in seed. And we go up to the greenhouse and look. But, you know, uh, tomatoes, beans, grow your beans. You can either freeze them or can them. Tomatoes, you can make into, we can like spaghetti sauce, tomato sauce, whole tomatoes, chili base, salsa. We do a lot of salsa. So that's 5 things right there that we get off our pantry. Zucchini, and zucchini, I mean not zucchini, but squash, we cut it up and freeze it. Okra, you can put in here, we cut it up and freeze it. You can do good there. Cucumbers we make pickles with, and of course we come up and put them in salad. Lettuce, you can grow a row of lettuce here. You talking about saving money. That's a big savings right there. So if you pick your vegetables and you have a nice in-ground is where you're going to make you most money. And so, you know, this right here, 1 bag of fertilizer would probably do this. Go on those crops I mentioned. You know, a little bit of tools, a hoe. You can buy a brand new hoe for 15 bucks at Tractor Supply. You can seed with the hoe and everything. All the thing you really need is a hoe to work this with, and then work you down, you know, work you with the weeds down. If you had a tiller, it'd be a little easier, and that's another big investment. So if you're starting this, you could hire somebody to till this for less than 100 bucks, probably 60 bucks to till this, and they get it ready. So this has been tilled once already. You can see how good it looks. And I'm gonna till it again, so I'll put potatoes in here probably the next day or two actually. So if you go in ground and you grow some high quality, high value crops, yeah, they can save you a lot of money. Potatoes, melons, you're not gonna have the space here. And you know, even squash, you can get compact squash plants now. They do great in this right here. We grew them in the kitchen garden. We've had 5 plants, and we actually had enough to freeze out of it, squash wise. So if you pick good varieties to your area, and I got videos on that, so I'm not gonna get into the weeds. I'll be here for 2 more hours talking about this part. So can you beat the grocery store? You can. I think you can if you do the high volume stuff and you grow in ground. So that's one way to do it. So let's talk about next thing. Let's talk about eggs. My egg mobiles, and I've got I don't know, 18 or 20 chickens in here. But when we were just straight homesteading, now I take these eggs and sell them. And I'm not advocating you to, I'm not saying for you to sell your eggs, but if you want fresh eggs, and if you raise your own chickens smartly, you can beat the grocery store on eggs. So I've got like, I don't know, 20 in here, but before we got into this, I had 3 hens and just a regular coop. See, I move this one every day. So if you had a coop that stands, you know, just stayed still, or a stationary coop with 3 chickens, and you get 3 eggs a day, that was plenty for us. And we're a family of 5, especially when the kids were growing up. And we eat a lot of, not a lot of eggs, but quite a few eggs. We'd eat those up. So you get 3 a day times 7. That's like, you know, you're getting 18 to 20 eggs a week. That's more than enough. We'd eventually give them away because we'd have so many. So if you had 3 hens and you get, you know, let's say 18. Last time I checked, an 18 pack of eggs at the store was $4, I think. So if you did that 4 times 4, it's $16. Not counting the cost of your hens. And you could buy these hens that are kind of old, like I'll probably be selling these at the end of the year for $5, and they'll still lay pretty good for a homesteader. But you can buy 3 hens, let's say you get $15 for them, and the feed for a month, it's going to cost you right now, pay $10.50 for a 50 pound bag of feed. It's going to last you all month. So you're going to come out pretty good on eggs that way. So yes, you can beat the store on eggs. If you don't get crazy now, you can't buy 25 little chicks at the store and raise them out, because that's going to cost you, you're going to get in some money there. You got to raise them out. If you buy 3 chicks and raise them out, you're going to do all right. So if you buy 3 pullet chicks at I can't say Tractor Supply, they're about $6 or $7 there this year. Rural King's got them for $3. So if you buy them for $3, that's $9. Raise them up. Don't cost that much to raise a chicken up to a grower, and then they start laying. I mean, you'll get at least 5 good years out of a chicken on the homestead model. So you're looking, yeah, you're gonna beat that system all day long. So you can do it with eggs if you don't go crazy. And what I mean by crazy, don't do like we do. We see chicks, we go crazy, we'll buy a bunch of chicks that we don't need. So eggs you can. My next thing, continue on, let's talk about meat. Pigs. You can raise pigs if you have room and you don't make much room. This is 16 by 32 pen. I raised 2 pigs on here. Raised them in here for years. And if you got room, now they can't do them in the city, I don't guess. But now you can have 3 hens in the city, I think. But if you had a little bit of acreage out, you can do all right on pork. So we usually get 2 pigs. What we've been doing the last 2 times is we get our processor started doing a USDA inspected, so we get our sausage inspected and we sell it, and we break even. So we're getting free pork chops, bacon, our own sausage because we keep some, roast all the the shoulders and the hams and all that. So probably I think what we did last time, out of the 2 pigs, one we did the shoulders, the bacon, the pork chops, the hams, and all that. Yeah, well, we kept all that, and then the rest we had some sausage. And then the other pig we kept the pork chops and the bacon. The rest of it we put in the sausage. So, and we took that sausage and we sold it, and we would break even easily with this. And before that, now I would raise 2 pigs, I would sell one, and that would pretty much cover the cost too. So we'd break even. So you're breaking even there, but the quality, I mean, my gosh, the quality of this pork better than what you get in the store, to me, is night and day. And we don't fool around with YouTubers that ruined the pig market in my area with these coonies and guinea hogs and this Idaho pasture crap. They're no good. Don't fool with them. It's just a regular old pig. Just a regular old meat pig is what you want. Of course, these are crosses, and I can't remember exactly what they said they was crossed with, but it's like a Durant Berkshire or something like that. So if I need some, they're hard to find now. But these are really good pigs here. So find you a cross, and don't fool with that old cooney too. Take coonies, and them take 2 years to raise, and then they don't never get big. They don't ever get bigger than these pigs are 3 months old. So we're about halfway through with these, and I'm actually going to build another lot and have another set, get another stack going, so we can keep a continuous supply of sausage. So pigs, yeah, you can break even. Not going to be much cheaper, but you can break even. Now you do have to feed and all that stuff. I mean, your time, you have your time in there, but you're going to get a better. This is the one place where you're going to get a lot better quality. You can see I've got some sheep down here and some meat chickens down here. I'm trying to get them both in the same shot. I think you can probably do all right on sheep if you like lamb. And I bought these to do that, but my wife gave them names and all that, so now they're pets. So these won't be gone, but we're going to do some in the future. You can buy a lamb reasonable, and it don't cost that much to raise one and have it processed. So that's something. And at the store, lamb chops and stuff like that is really high. I don't even know if we like it or not, but we're just going to try it. But now it's not. Meat chickens, now you cannot compete with the grocery store on meat chickens. There's no way. I've tried even cheap feed. Now we do non-GMO. Now the quality is a lot better, and that's what you're going to go for on that. So if you want a good non-GMO chicken breast and something that you raise yourself, yeah, it's a lot better tasting, a lot more juicy. It's pasture raised, so it's got a little more taste to it. Yeah, but as far as money wise, just there's no way you can compete with Walmart on that. I've just done the math, and you just cannot do it that I know of on this scale. Maybe I don't even know. You'd have to be. That's why they beat you. There's so much to scale than what we can get to. So we do sell that, and we sell it at a premium. So it's a lot more than Walmart. But if you're looking to grow something to save money, you can't compete with chicken on Walmart's chicken or any grocery store, Food City, Food Line, whatever. You just can't do it. It's just too cheap. As far as beef goes, not too sure. We never really done any beef. We've always wanted to, and we was going to this year. I don't know if I'll get to it this year. You could buy a half or a whole from a farmer. Last time I looked, that was kind of pricey, but you know, steaks and hamburgers even pricey. So you might be able to come out on your own there if you bought one. And then I kind of worry about, is it going to be any good? Because I know one time when I was a boy,